Welcome to GHOSTWATCH2016.
We're watching Kamen Rider Ghost.
I'm Coriander Dickinson. I've seen Kamen Rider.
I'm definitely not Heather at all. I've never been here before.
I don't know what's going on. You two are scared the shit out of me. What? What?
She's actually physically recoiling into the corner of the couch. It's okay.
Your hand is still out.
I'm okay.
All right, what is this? Episode 37?
What did we think the title might be?
Yeah, we all took guesses based on last week's
Kate.
ep.
Kate, what you got?
I thought it was going to be Brilliance, an Unwavering Faith.
And I have Danger, a New Enemy.
I went with Explosion, a Test in Time.
But instead we got episode 37.
Growth, Everyone's Paths.
Because we're boring.
I mean, mine would have meant time travel, and I was really hoping for time travel.
I mean, I had no idea where it was going to go based on last episode.
Last episode, we had Onari wearing an afro. Akari can't sing for a damn. We had 4 harpies. Spectre killed an airplane. Yep, that happened. And also everything happened.
Yeah, everything happened last episode, and this episode, nothing happened.
And we've been on a short hiatus, so that's probably good for us. Get back in the swing of things with an easy ep.
24 days left.
Dun, dun, dun.
Onari is still wearing an afro.
He loves it. And pink eyeshadow.
But mostly, Makoto, Spectre, is down in a parking garage, and he has followed Military Makoto, a.k.a. Shadow Makoto, a.k.a. Shadow Spectre.
Yeah, I like the name Shadow Spectre.
And he confronts him. He's like, "Who are you?" And Shadow Spectre's like, "I'm you." And then they both transform and fight.
Well, okay. Shadow Spectre just gets to be Spectre.
Somehow.
Deep Spectre gets to be Makoto.
Yes.
Makoto gets to be Deep Spectre.
Oh, I'm so
it's
confused.
totally very straightforward. Deep Spectre gets to be Makoto. Makoto, Military Shadow gets to be Spectre.
All you really need to know, Kate, because I know not a lot happened, was that Makoto spent the entire episode down in a parking garage.
Yes, and also there was a kick to a face from one to the other, and I don't remember which.
It doesn't really matter. They're both the same thing.
It also doesn't matter because we mostly just cut back to Snapple HQ where the lead singer from Harpy is all like, "I want to quit."
And then she's crying.
And then she gets possessed again.
By Sanzo. And then Akari and Onari run in, and Akari's like, they're still in their little costumes, and Akari's like, "I won the Idol audition, yay!" And then Harmony, is her name Harmony?
It's like,
no, I would start calling her Harpy Prime.
We can call her Harmony. It's fine.
We have a name for her. I wrote it down.
It's like Harmuna? Haruma? Honami?
Yeah, I mean, she has a real name, but we could just call her Harmony.
Yeah,
I mean,
Harmony
we were
better.
never going to call her by her real name, were we?
No.
Okay, cool.
So Harmony starts crying, and she's like, "Being an idol isn't easy," and then she storms out.
Yeah, like seeing Akari celebrate is enough to depossess Harmony. Yeah. She's just like, "Oh, no."
And then Taco's like, "No, but Akari's going to work really hard, and you got angry because it means you care. And she's not just playing around here. She's actually really serious about this. Don't worry."
Cut back to the parking garage.
Spectre's still fighting himself. He goes hella deep.
They both Omega Drive, and then they are like smacking their fire legs together.
And then Spectre is detransformed and grabs his heart, like he's having a heart attack. And he's like, my heart hurts.
Yeah, and the Shadow Spectre that he kicked the living daylights out of dissolves on the floor, but another one shows up and transforms immediately while Makoto is having heart problems.
Dun dun dun.
Back in some sort of outdoor alternate dimension land is Punch-A Boy watching his animal humanoid looking things jump around, and he's like,
the Journey to the West extra characters.
So the
ones that kidnapped him and stole his takoyaki.
Journey to the West.
Go West.
Go West. Pet Shop Boys. They're the Pet Shop Boys.
Pet Shop Boys.
Come on, that's just obvious. Yeah, Pet Shop Boys,
So
done.
PB hears some pet sounds and turns around, and they're jumping over a rock.
Which he thinks is real cool. He's like, oh.
And we have a scene in Gnome Hell with Sweat Emperor, and he's approached by a latex boy that's all like, well, you're not doing so good lately. And Emperor's like, well, things suck. And then that's pretty much it.
And now we're back at Snapple HQ just real quick because Akari is outside wearing like gym clothes practicing her dance moves. Here's the thing, she sucks. And Taco walks up. Look, I'm just
And the
being
moment
real.
you said that, Taco walked up with Harmony, and Harmony said, I don't think she could do it.
No, in fact, her exact words were, no way she can do it.
Yeah, but you're like, she sucks.
Yeah.
And then it's just on the screen. Yeah. She can't do it.
There's no way.
Like, it's hard to tell sometimes if a person's ability, like the actor, and the character's abilities match. Like, if we're supposed to be seeing in the fantasy of the television show, if what's really happening is what the characters are seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, it was.
Yeah, it was not good.
We cut back to the garage. Now the specters are gunfighting.
Which is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, no,
like
that was a pretty cool part.
They run parallel to each other and shoots a lot.
They both end up detransforming, and Makoto's like, who are you, or why are you here, or whatever, and the shadow specter's like, how do you know you're not the fake one? And like,
how do you know you're not the
disappears.
real one? What is yeah. We all care a lot about this internal conflict that Makoto is
We
having
really
with himself.
don't at all.
No. I mean,
No.
I might care more if it wasn't just so, actually, I don't think they could make me care
No.
about this
Not this
conflict.
one, no.
So then, real Spectre, I guess, has heart pain and then falls to the ground.
Oh, my favorite line I've written down in my notes is actually about the next thing with Poncho Boy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He asks Pet Shop Boys, teach me to be an animal.
Yeah.
And then that's not what he actually asked them, but that's what I wrote it
Please
down as.
teach me your technique.
And then
Yeah,
falls
teach
to
me to be
his
an animal.
knees and holds his hands in the air in front of them and says, I'm begging you.
He wants to do sweet parkour.
Yeah, I guess. And so these are the Pet Shop Boys are the ones that just fought him, knocked him to the ground, cut up his face, and now he's like,
Stole his takoyaki.
yeah, stole and ate his takoyaki, which is
PB
like
has not
a-
eaten
that's
yet
a sin.
at all, but now he wants to jump around a lot.
Yeah, right at the beginning of this episode, there was like a 2-second cut that we just missed, but it was a 2-second cut to PB in the field sitting there just looking at the sky going, I'm so hungry. And then we left again.
I've had enough.
Like, so he goes up, he really wants to learn. He's begging.
Cut back to Snapple HQ, the exterior temple courtyard. Akari is sweating to the tunes of the 80s with no music. There is no music playing, and Akari is just derping in the middle of a field. It's just
But
not good.
Harmony is like, no, you're doing it wrong. You need to dance to the rhythm of the song. And Akari's like, oh, is that it? And then Harmony does a couple of the moves.
And Inari walks up back in his monk robe, and he starts kind of mimicking them a little bit.
He did
Just
pretty good.
Subtly.
He did pretty good.
Subtly off to the side. They don't see him somehow.
no, and then Taco
Gotta get his nose really
right-
into this
right in
problem.
all of the business. He's happy that Harmony and Akari are getting along, but then he runs to the other idols who are doing a dance practice. And he's like, no, look, Harmony's moving forward. She's helping Akari. Everything's great. Come watch. Also, Big Dream Stadium.
And they're like, what?
And then, oh God, the best part of this entire episode. The training montage.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just got PB tries to fly. You're like, best part of the episode. I'm like, the time PB falls on his butt repeatedly.
No, there was like Rocky-esque music, and it was like clips of PB training with the Pet Shop Boys and clips of Harmony and Akari doing dances, and it just kept going back and forth between them. And I got super hype about it.
I really liked it. I kept waiting for like a third thing to happen, either between the Spectre fight, also
man,
with a
can you
training
imagine
thing.
if they had cut to like Urisen doing some
Yeah,
derpy thing?
or like
Oh, like
another
lifting weights.
character,
Yeah.
or just even Taco Time, like running with the other Harpy girls to go and get in the middle of more things.
yeah, because like
It felt like there should have been a third thing.
Yeah, they've done the thing where they've been like, here's all the main cast, and here's their reaction, and here's what they're doing right now, and they're unified in some way. But this episode seems to be focusing on them very separately.
Do you remember when Poncho Boy dabbed?
He was jumping, and then he dabbed in the midair, and he made the jump this time instead of falling backwards.
I think it was the dab.
I think it was the dab.
The power of the dab. Taco brings the Idol girls up to see Harmony and Akari dancing together, and they're having a really good time. Then we get a flashback of all of the Idol girls as kids dancing around in a park, and the Idol girls are like, she was our friend once, and now she's friends with her, and we're all sad, and then they leave.
Cannon, who's just walking around random car garages for no reason other than probably it's her hobby, finds Spectre on the ground, and is like, oh no, brother. Good thing I'm here. I assume she dragged him off, given that we never see how that works out.
Cut to prayer room. Sweat Emperor talking to Latex Boy again. He's all like, finally asking for details about how things work, which is apparently very basic information because Taco already has it.
I mean, has he tried looking at the instruction manual for the Latex Boys? And
No,
the
specifically
technology?
root of power. He's like, aren't you guys the root of all power? I thought that was you guys. And they're like, no, we're just the guardians of the thing.
Look, I know they don't print out instruction manuals anymore, but he must have Google or something that he can type in, how do I find root of all power?
Hasn't he tried looking inside himself?
I don't know if he knows he has a heart yet.
Oh, damn.
It took PB like 4 episodes to find his heart.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see inside Sweat Emperor's heart, because right now I think we're seeing inside of Spectres, and it's just full of other Spectres. It's a little weird.
Sweat Emperor's heart is just full of sweat.
Has something happened
Oof.
to Snow White? Is Sister Lady
Oh, we haven't seen her in a while.
like around?
I don't know.
No, she's just lounging, I guess. She took a,
Yeah, she's
took a
chilling.
week.
She took a personal day.
Yeah.
So now we are back at Big Dream Stadium, and all of the Idol girls are dressed up for
Yep.
the show.
Hold on.
Oh,
Moral of the story.
oh,
Sweat Emperor could gain access to the root of all power by combining with the Guardians, the Gun Misers.
and with that unimportant tidbit, we're back at Big Dream Stadium, and all the Idol girls are dressed up.
And so is Akari, because she's an Idol girl now, too.
Yep. And Steamy Punk Man is there as a hologram and is like, I want Akari to fail. Heh.
Yeah, he's there to gloat over her.
Oh, he's not a hologram.
I mean, he's, you know what I mean.
He paid
He's standing
to
up
get
in
to
a
the
loft.
show.
But yeah.
But
he's got a private box.
He was invisible. He was half invisible. He was ghosty.
Either he was invisible or he was behind a screen.
I mean, he
don't
wasn't
know.
a hologram, but he was
Yeah.
he was ghost-like. He was see-through.
And then he gets mad that she's not screwing up.
Yeah, so she's doing a really kick-ass job. Now, Taco and Harmony are just on the side of the stage watching, but Akari,
Taco's clapping along.
it's super cute. Akari's killing it. She's doing a great job, but then tragedy strikes. She falls, and she twists her ankle.
She can't go on. But the rest of the idols have a plan. Harmony, come sing with us.
That show, mysteriously, like, the music just drops at the moment. Like, real quick.
And the crowd is absolutely dead silent.
Like, nobody is talking. So Taco and Harmony run on stage, and they're all looking at Akari and like, what can we do? We can't go on. We can't do this. They're like, Harmony, sing. And Harmony's like, I can't. So then Inari, still wearing his afro.
No, he put it back on.
I know,
Remember, he
'cause
wasn't
he was-
wearing it earlier.
Oh, right, you're right. Walks to the front of the crowd.
I don't think he put the eyeshadow back on, though. I was watching for
I
it.
didn't see it, no.
He was wearing like this pink
I mean,
eyeshadow.
that takes time.
He starts chanting Harmony's name and saying, everybody, let's chant her name, and we can chant it, and she'll do it, and your friends believe, let's sing. And then she does.
Back to the pet shop, boys. PB has jumped over a rock.
And not falling on his face. Everyone's very happy. They bring him takoyaki.
That was just a really cute sign of friendship.
And then he gets teleported back to the real world and punched.
Yeah, he gets like a whole, like, one moment to bite a takoyaki and like have that smile and that grin on his face that's just like, finally, I've wanted this for so long. Poof. Punch.
And you done. Sir,
We don't know that.
ma'am. Ambulance driver. First responders.
Ambly.
Ambuli.
Amber.
Amber? We've named the ambulance.
I think it's just like when we collect together, we can't not name things.
It's just such a part of our ecosystem now. Names must be given out, Kate.
You said my name. You have to give me a nickname now.
Nope.
Yep.
I mean, come on, work this with me, Heather. Kate. Kate.
Kate's a good one. Kate's good.
Cake.
Purple.
Let's finish recording this podcast.
Anyways, so Military Man is there when PB returns to the real world and they fight. And while they are like locked together, they both transform like in contact. It's really kind of cool.
Yeah, their fight scenes were awesome.
And then back at the idol group, everything has gone well. And then Sanzo kidnaps Taco.
They have a deep chat about feelings and potential.
How you can get other paths and same goals, and Taco thinks Sanzo believed in the harpies anyway.
And Sanzo's like, maybe.
And they appear to be standing in midair
with the Great Wall of China behind them.
Anyways, yes, Taco is like, there were multiple paths to their dreams and success, and that's the source of the infinite potential of humanity, blah, blah, blah.
We were so not into this episode.
In another universe, they probably... No, wait. In another dimension, they probably still succeeded, but in a different way. Infinite possibilities.
And then Sanzo ejects Taco from the dream realm. And they're standing there, Taco and Akari. Akari's foot is okay.
Taco's like, oh, look, they're doing so well. And Akari jumps up and down and claps her hands. And I said, isn't her ankle messed up? And Corey was just like, no. Then Taco is like, wait, your ankle. And she like taps it on the floor and she's like, lol, jokes. It wasn't messed up at all.
Tee-hee.
Tee-hee. Like, it was all a plan just to get the harpies back together. Hey.
And then Steamy Punk comes grumbling up to them. He's like, this is different from my plans. And then they look at him and he's like, oh no, I forgot to be ghostly.
Yeah, I got so angry I forgot to not show myself in front of these people here. And then Akari's like, you! And just slaps him. And he falls to the ground.
And he's like, that was the third time. So he's keeping count.
Yep. I mean,
we were going to keep count anyway, but now we don't have to since he's already doing it.
So he leaves angry. And then Taco's like, I feel a gnome coming on. But I can't fight him here. Gotta go.
I think you mean got a ghost?
Get out.
Got a ghost. And he ghosts out the door manually like a human being and not like a ghost at all.
Even though he could have ghosted through the door.
The gnome turned out to be Stormcrow.
And it was just like this just awful, horrendous vision appeared on the TV. It was just like, it was so large and so weird.
We honestly forgot what Stormcrow had looked like, and it was an abomination for our eyeballs.
I think even if we hadn't had a bit of a hiatus between episodes, I think we would have had that purged from our brains.
It's so well lit and so clearly shot. Like, usually there's crap in front of the way or like waist-high walls or stuff. Like, there were those mushrooms in Dreamland.
No, they really wanted you to see how well detailed and all that brush painting they did on this costume.
There was a long walk-up, and it was just like, oh, no.
It sent my eyes straight to heck. So then Stormcrow's there, and then Taco goes infinite, and we forgot how good Infinite Taco is.
And then cut to the fight between Necrom and the super military man, I guess, Battlecat?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then
I think he was just super.
I think he was just super, maybe. And they both transform, and Necrom goes to Sanzo somehow, even though I was pretty sure Taco had that.
Yeah, and PB's like, I'm going to protect the world. We're going to keep going. And then Sanzo appears. And then your favorite part.
He gets a gun. It gets like a rifle gun with the reach-your-grabber hand, and he reach-your-grabbers military man's arm.
Mm-hmm. It was
that was
very
the best
good.
part.
And then, the second best part, I think, was when PB summoned the Pet Shop Boys
Yeah, that was good.
in puffs of colored smoke, and then they all get hoverboards and whiz past Military Man and, like, punch him and stuff. And then PB goes by and then, like, I don't know, does something with his sweet gun.
I think he just shoots him, but still, he gets to ride on a cloud.
Yeah, I call it hoverboard.
Yeah, it's a hoverboard, but it's a cloud.
And then Military Man is ruined. PB is standing there, and then there's a big explosion behind him. Turns out he just detransformed. He's not actually dead. But he's like, Military Man, you made mistakes. Your mistakes are I don't fight alongside servants. They're my comrades and they're my buds.
Yeah, well, Military Man's like, how could you fight with servants?
And then
Servants of the icons.
Military Man, there's like a close-up on his face, and he just looks so sad, and he's like, I don't have comrades. We felt bad for him for a second.
I think he's gonna get some friends later. Maybe
Maybe he'll come to the light side.
I think he gets redeemed.
Meanwhile, Infinite Taco is experiencing a typhoon.
Yeah, Stormcrow typhoons Taco, and he's in them. He's in
I
it.
don't know what the goal of the typhoon is, because Taco's pretty stationary in it. He can't really advance, but he's also not really taking damage.
No.
But he's got a gun.
And then
He's pulled out Bat Clock.
he infinites himself. Infinite Omega something. Drive?
He
Clearing?
uses Omega Faith.
Omega.
I
It
know.
has the word Omega in it.
He Omega faiths. And then there's an explosion. And I believe Stormcrow is done.
Yep.
Oh, and then we cut back to Snapple, where Spectre is in a bed. The bed that Cannon was once in when she was sick.
I mean, it's the only bed that they have for when people are sick.
It's the sick bed.
It's the sick bed.
And he's got a blanket on him, and Cannon is like beside him and puts like a damp washcloth on his forehead. And
Because what
Taco's-
else can you do? You can't really do anything
no.
else.
They're gonna have a problem if more than one person ever gets sick.
They can snuggle or just put them on top of each other.
Yeah, you can
layer
stack
the
sick people.
But Taco's like, Spectre's still unconscious. This is not good.
Onari is like, hey, so whatever happened to Harpy Prime and hearing those voices that we really talked about a lot last episode but didn't bring up
It's like,
this time?
oh no, Bill's modified the bracelets, so she can't hear voices anymore.
Yeah,
Like, that was a normal
'cause-
result
'cause
of wearing a
I
bracelet.
guess that was a side effect. Don't worry about it. President Bills is on the case, and we don't suspect him as being evil or any way a bad person at all.
Cut back to prayer room. Sweat Emperor's like, oh, that was the 4th time. I'm assuming referring to a time a Gone Miser got smashed by a taco.
Sure, not the 4th time that he's been not able to get that really cool TV on sale.
And he was like, you know what, it's the 4th time, but it's the last time.
We're gonna become one.
And I'm going to get that cool TV.
I don't think they
don't
mentioned
think
it.
he
I
was-
don't
no, I
remember.
don't remember
It's not in my
TV.
notes.
Maybe we missed that part.
It's really hard to get on those door explosion sales.
Door crashers.
Door crashing sales.
It is. Do you know what the brick was advertising?
Fire
Christmas
sale?
Christmas in July.
Oh. Do they have, like, trees and stuff? Like, how do you...
Like, it's... The adverts are Christmas themed.
Is someone dressed as Santa?
Maybe.
Are
Let me
there
look
elves?
it up. Hold
Do
up.
the staff have to wear elf costumes?
Hold up.
Maybe that's why he's upset. It's the 4th time he couldn't sit on Santa's lap.
I don't know if
In
gnomes
July.
have Santa.
I mean, if he joined with the Latex Boys, they might.
Isn't Santa a gnome?
Yes, maybe. Absolutely. 100% gnome.
The brick?
The brick is also a gnome. It is probably the name of a gnome.
How do they have every single sale except the one that they've been advertising forever? President's Day sale. Canada sale.
Well, you're on thebrick.com. Maybe there's a
Yeah, maybe they
.ca.
don't have Christmas in
Maybe
the
there's
States.
a .ca.
Christmas in July.
Oh God,
Whoa,
that's
no. No.
Oh, you do
Don't
not
have
want
that
masonry.
website.
No.
Oh, that was terrible. Well, they were advertising Christmas in July. I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, this episode was a nothing episode.
I know what I took from this episode.
What was that?
That I want to become a member of an idol group.
Oh right, yeah, you did say that.
Like a small idol group or like one of those like 48 ones?
I want to be the main one.
You're too old.
Damn it!
Too old to begin the training.
What if Harmony teaches me?
She's not real. You're real, Kate. Gotta find yourself some Nakama.
I don't know what that means.
Neither
But
do
the
I.
entire episode was about that.
Oh, well. I'm still looking up Christmas in July.
Okay, we're done. We're done.
Yeah, we're absolutely
you can check
done.
GHOSTWATCH2016.xyz for informations, our Twitter account, where all of the fancy news and announcements and pictures of takoyaki are at twitter.com.
Do we
Why
actually
do
have-
Australians celebrate Christmas in July? They don't.
They don't.
You idiot.
Are you on Yahoo?
It's not even Yahoo Answers.
What?
Is Christmas celebrated twice a year in Australia?
Why?
No, the real Christmas only happens
The
once a
real
year.
Christmas.
It's the real Christmas. Will you please stand up?
Okay, I think we're overheating and going to... I mean, I warned you all, if I closed the window, this would happen.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
We're only at 27 minutes.
Do people give Christmas and July presents?
Do we need to keep talking?
No, goodbye.
Where does the concept come from?